The first two episodes of Apple and Onion were just released and they were... You know, I've known about this series for a while. I think it's been over a year since I watched the first pilot, but I don't remember if I actually hated or liked it. I have been paying attention to the promotion of it, although that's only because I kept constantly hearing people complaining that Apple and Onion got a full series instead of Infinity Train, which was kind of surprising because I actually didn't know people still cared about Infinity Train. But anyway, Apple and Onion was created by George Gandy, a former storyboard artist for the well-respected The Amazing World of Gumball, but he was also a director, writer, and storyboard artist for the more infamous Sanjay and Craig. And as for the decision to greenlight Apple and Onion, I was neutral and perhaps just a little bit interested in knowing what this was going to be and whether or not I would like it, and after watching the first two episodes, I'm surrounded with mixed emotions. Now, before anything, I'd like to point out one not so elaborated detail. I've noticed that Apple and Onion has this style of humor that's held back, warmly surreal, and has this weirdly paced delivery that I can't quite explain it with words, but I've seen this style of humor implemented in a lot of cartoons. I think the first subject to this style was Adventure Time, and then I saw this implemented in future CN pilots and shorts from Channel Frederator. Again, I can't explain it in a way that's easy to understand, but try analyzing the pilots and shorts that I mentioned before and you'll probably see what I'm talking about. And you know, I wish this wasn't a trend because I kinda dislike this style of humor. Even with Adventure Time, one of my least favorite aspects of that cartoon is the comedy, and it kinda pisses me off that a lot of creators are taking inspiration from it. Now, obviously comedy is subjective and I don't expect everyone to share my sense of humor. Hell, I'm not even sure if people will know what I'm currently talking about, and to be fair, Apple and Onion's case is actually not that bad, but still, I'm a little worried that eventually this style of humor will spread and become the norm. But anyway, as for the episodes themselves, I think I like the first episode more. I like how in the first few minutes, they established the desires of the main characters, with Apple wanting to successfully run his life and Onion wanting to make friends, and how their goals were faced with obstacles as they entered and explored the big city. Not to mention their kind-heartedness led them to create bonds with other citizens that ended up paying off in the last few minutes of the episode. I mean, it wasn't genius reincorporation, in fact it was kind of basic but effective nonetheless. I did also like the voice acting, especially with the two main characters that have foreign accents, which is something I'm not used to. Besides those things, nothing really stood out. Nothing about the animation or art style is that special, I guess, besides the fact that every character is an anthropomorphic food product, which isn't even really that special. The characters aren't that interesting or funny, and it seems that their main struggles were the only things that held my attention in regards to them. I say this because in the second episode, which has a generic plot, where one of the main characters finds a cute pet and instantly develops an affection to it, while the other character isn't as fond of it and would have preferred if the pet were gone, and then pretty much everything you would expect to see in these kinds of stories end up happening. Plus, besides that, this weak plot ended up confirming that I have little interest in the main characters. I get the feeling that Apple and Onion will become this episodic series with grounded and simple stories mixed with a little bit of absurdity, and this is going to be a bit of a problem because with these types of stories, the main core is the chemistry between the characters, and from what I've seen so far, the chemistry isn't good enough. I also noticed that their initial goals from the first episode didn't play much of a role in their development. This of course only referring to the second episode, which is unfortunate because it would be nice if that were the case, or even just adding more traits to their characters would be a step up, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to witness the results. It's too early to reach a conclusion about the ultimate direction of the series. But yeah, Apple and Onion is unfortunately not that good. If you wanna watch a show about two relatable bodies, I don't know, just rewatch regular show. It's funnier, more creative, and thrilling. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye for now.